Okay. All right. So tonight, I really wanted to break down for you guys rank advancing and how you get to certain ranks and why you want to get to certain ranks. And it really goes along with what we're talking about with building volume and building income. Okay. So hold on one second. Let me mute and have a little chat with the kids real quick. Okay, so we are going to go through the different ranks, and I'm just going to kind of try to break it down for you guys. So I made little, I can't even think of the words. I want to call them slides. Yep, there you go. I made little slides for you guys, but my computer is being super weird about my sharing my screen tonight, but we're going to try it. It's like wanting to not work right, but we're going to try it. So you guys let me know if you can see it. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. All right. Hopefully it cooperates. It's got them all over the place. They're not in order, but we'll play around with it. We'll figure it out. All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I wanted to start with, so when you sign up to become, or when you sign up for this business, you sign up to become a coach. So your very first rank is coach, okay? And you can be an active coach or an inactive coach. And we'll kind of talk about that a little bit as we go on to the call. So signing up to be a coach is awesome. You still can make income, but you're limited. So when you're only ranked coach rank, you're limited on how much and how you can make income. And I'll talk about that. But so you're only kind of two options to make income when it comes to being coach rank is A, getting the discounts. So you're not really making an income with the discounts, but I always kind of tell people that because you're saving money. So you're kind of making an income with getting the discounts because, you know, if you're going to be getting the products and the Shakeology and everything anyways, you're getting the discount on that. You're saving that money. But then the other way you can make money with coach rank is by commissions, through commissions. So you can save money with the discounts and you can make an income through commissions, okay? But those are your only two options when you are coach rank. Now, a lot of people, though, that is all they want. So if you're more of like, if you're a discount coach or you have people under you who are discount coaches, or you're more of just a hobby coach, then you might be okay with that. You might be okay with just making commissions when you sign people up and just getting the discounts. However, if you are somebody that wants to actually grow a business and you actually want to start creating a recurring income, and you want to start getting your income up there, then you need to take the next steps and you need to go through the ranks. And we're going to talk about that. So the first rank after coach rank is Emerald Coach. Okay, so I have it here on the screen. You guys can see that, and I'm going to kind of break it down for you. So if you're not familiar with what Emerald Coach is, it is where you have two active coaches under you. You have one on your left leg and you have one on your right leg. Okay, so if you're like, what the heck are you talking about right now? We all have two legs in our business. We have a left leg and we have a right leg. And you can kind of think of them as like the legs on your body. So basically you have you and then you have two legs. And what you do is you grow both of those legs in your business. Okay. Normally, as well, depending on your upline and where you're placed, you have a strong leg and you have a weak leg. Meaning, your strong leg means that you have more volume on that leg. That leg is creating more volume. Typically, that's the leg that your upline coach placed you under them. So then not only are you getting volume from your team and your business, but you're also getting volume from anybody that your upline places under you. Okay, so if your upline signed you up, they place you on their right leg, your strong leg would be your right leg, because now your upline is building that leg and they're helping add volume to that leg. Okay, so if you do not know which leg is your weak leg and your strong leg, you don't need to worry about that too much on the call tonight. That doesn't really matter for this call, but you can just make a little note and you can reach out to me or your upline, and you can ask and we can tell you what your strong leg is, or you can simply go into your coach office and you can look at your volume. And generally the leg that has more volume is your strong leg. Okay, so Emerald is 2 active coaches, 1 on each leg. Okay, and what do I mean by active coach? This means that they are either buying or selling 50 PV worth of product. Okay, so this, for example, could be Shakeology. If you have a coach under you, whether they're a discount coach or a business coach, they're probably ordering their Shakeology. So you probably haven't even noticed if they're active or inactive, because they're probably automatically active because they're ordering their Shakeology every month. Okay, but they can become active by buying or selling 50 PV worth of any product. So it can be Shakeology, Performance Line, Daily Sunshine. What you can do if you want to know how much volume a product is worth is you can go into your shop tab and you can look through all the different products. So by each product, you'll see it'll say PV, it'll say volume next to it. And that number represents how much volume that product is worth. Okay, so say that you had a coach that put their Shakeology on hold, but they wanted to keep their active status. You could go into the shop tab and you could put together maybe Energize and Recover. And you can put together a couple things until, or one thing until you see that it adds up to 50 PV or more. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look at the slides and my notes at the same time. So as far as 50 PV, this is per month, okay? So to be active, you need to have 50, you need to buy or sell 50 PV worth of product per month. It actually ends up breaking down to be, I think about every 5 weeks. But generally, if you're ordering your Shakeology every month because you're drinking it every day and you need it, you won't really notice. But if you do end up like putting your Shakeology on hold or something like that, I think it actually breaks down to be about 5 weeks before you go inactive or before your coach goes inactive. And you can always tell when you or your coach is about to go inactive because you'll see a little like circle and a line in your coach office. And that means that they are projected to be inactive, which means that within the next week or so, they're going to be going inactive unless they buy or sell that 50 PV worth of product. And I've realized that for some of you that this is new. At moments, it might kind of feel like I'm talking in Chinese to you, or you might be hearing like all these numbers and you might be like, what the heck is she talking about? Just bear with me. It'll kind of start to make sense as you go. And if there is anything that you're like, what does she mean by that? Like, what is she talking about? Just make a little note of it and then I can break it down and answer it for you guys, okay? So that's what being an Emerald coach means. It means that you have 2 active coaches under you, 1 on each leg, 1 on your left leg, 1 on your right leg, 1 on your weak leg, 1 on your strong leg, okay? 2 coaches. It also means that you yourself are active. So I wrote up there in that little bubble that you have 50 PV as well. So the same rules apply for you. If you want to be an active coach, you have to buy or sell that 50 PV worth of product also. And like I said, generally this is not an issue because if you're coaching, you're being a product of the product anyways, you're getting your Shakeology or you're getting Performance Line or you're getting whatever you're using, and you're meeting that requirement without even realizing it. Okay, so now let's go in and let's talk about some of the benefits of becoming an Emerald coach. Okay, so once you become an Emerald coach, you start to qualify for certain benefits. So like I talked about, being coach rank, the only way you can really make an income is with commissions or by getting discounts. When you become an Emerald, that changes. You put yourself in another bracket to be able to make income in a third way, okay? And that is by weekly team bonuses. So how this works is as your upline places people under you on your strong leg, and as you grow people on your strong leg, and then as you add people on your weak leg, you start to create volume in your business, okay? So you'll start to see those legs start to accumulate volume. You'll start to see some numbers in your coach office. And then once your legs get to 200 on your strong leg and 100 on your weak leg, you can start cycling. Okay, and I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to break down that math for you guys more in a minute. I don't want to totally lose you there yet, but you start qualifying for weekly team bonuses as you start to grow volume, as your team starts to grow volume, as your upline starts to help you grow volume. And as an Emerald coach, you can earn $14 per cycle. So every time you cycle with that 100 to 200 on your legs, you earn $14 per cycle. And I'm going to show you guys that broken down a little bit more in the next slide, or the slide after the next one. So you can earn $14 per cycle as an Emerald coach, and you start earning team bonuses. The maximum amount that you can earn as an Emerald coach per week for your team bonus is $250. So this means that from just being an Emerald coach, you can earn up to $250 a week just from team bonus. So you have to remember, this isn't even including your commission, okay? This is just your team bonus, okay? So you could have $100, you know, you could get $100 commission one week, and then you get $250 in your team bonus. So you're going to get $350 that week because you got the $100 commission, the $250 in team bonus, okay? So you're probably starting to see a little bit how your income can start growing, okay? And that's how it starts to recur. Once you become an Emerald coach, you also start to qualify for leads. Okay, there's a couple things that you have to do though in order to qualify for this. You have to be Emerald, like I said. You have to hit Success Club, okay? And then you have to have 90 PV of Home Direct scheduled for you under your account. So that's your Shakeology, okay? So let's say this month, let's say in February, you hit Emerald. You become an Emerald coach. You need to hit Success Club in February. So Success Club 5 will do it. We'll talk a little bit more about why you want to hit Success Club 10. So you need to become an Emerald coach. You need to hit Success Club. And then you need to make sure that you have your Shakeology or your Daily Sunshine or whatever it is that you want set up on Home Direct for the month of February. Then come March, you will start to get leads. Leads are free customers that Beachbody gives us. So what happens is Beachbody is always advertising. You've probably seen it. You've probably heard it on the radio. You've probably seen it on TV. There's different websites. They're always advertising for us and putting the name out there. What happens is sometimes people, they'll either call the phone number or they'll go on a website or whatever it is, and they'll log on and they'll order something without actually ordering under a coach. So then what Beachbody does is they take all those people that didn't order under a coach, and they place them under coaches as leads, okay? So one thing that is really important to Beachbody is that every single person out there has a coach, okay? Everybody has a coach that they can get help from. So they take all those people and they assign them as leads. So leads are literally just free customers that you get from Beachbody. And how it works is if you hit Success Club 10, okay, you qualify for Success Club leads. So let's say February, you hit Emerald rank, you hit Success Club 10, and you have your Shakeology on Home Direct, which you guys probably already do. Come March, you'll qualify for Success Club leads. Now, Success Club leads are a little bit different than customer leads, and I'll talk about that in a second. So if you hit Success Club 5, then you qualify for customer leads, okay? So you qualify for leads regardless, hitting 5 or 10. The leads are just a little bit different. So Success Club 10 leads, which are called Success Club leads, these people, when they sign up and they order, let's say they go online and they order Shakeology and they don't order it under a coach. So what Beachbody does is they take these people, the Success Club 10 leads, and they assign them to you. So right away, you're going to get credit for that person's order. So when they went on and they ordered Shakeology and it had nothing to do with you, even though it had nothing to do with you, they're going to take this customer and they're going to give them to you, and you're going to get the commission and the points for that Shakeology order. Okay? So that's for Success Club 10 leads. Now, Success Club 5 leads are a little bit different. What happens with these people is they go on, they order whatever. Beachbody takes them, they assign them to you, and you don't get credit for that first order. So you don't get credit for the first order that they went on and ordered before they assigned them to you. But they've now become your customer for life as long as they stay with you. And you get credit for anything that they order in the future, okay? So leads, guys, are a really, really awesome opportunity to bring people into your network. I have coaches on my team who were leads. They came to me through the lead program, okay? I did not know them. We never would have met each other if it wasn't for the lead program. I have lots of people in my challenge groups who were leads. So this is a really, really awesome benefit to get free customers, to have people put into your network for you to work with them and help them and make a commission or get them signed up on your team, okay? So I'm going to backtrack a little bit too, back to the Emerald Weekly Team Bonuses. So I can kind of break it down for you guys a little bit more. All right, so this is how it works with team bonuses. I wish I would have made a slide showing this. I'm going to try to explain it. It's so weird when I'm like talking to you guys and I cannot see myself right now. All I can see is my screen. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I can't see myself. All right. So with team bonuses, like I said, how it works is you cycle every time you have 200 to 100. So hold on. I'm going to break out a piece of paper real quick. All right, so let's say that you have that you end the week at 500 volume on your weak leg and 1,000 volume on your strong leg. Okay, so how it works is it goes on for the week, okay? You build the volume and you build the volume for the week. And on Wednesdays at midnight, so tonight at midnight, all that volume will cycle, okay? So whatever you have on your strong leg and your weak leg will get used up according to this math. So if you have, hopefully you guys can see this. I cannot see myself in the camera. So for every it's for every 100 volume. Guys, I need you to be quiet. Okay, so it's for every 100 volume on your weak leg to every 200 volume on your strong leg. You cycle once, okay? So the easiest way to think of this is that you want your strong leg to double your weak leg in volume, okay? So let's say that your weak leg gets up to 500 in volume, okay? Your weak leg gets up to 500 tonight at midnight. And your strong leg gets up to 1,000 tonight at midnight. So you're going to cycle 5 times, okay? So if your weak leg gets up to 500 tonight at midnight and your strong leg gets up to 1,000 tonight at midnight, you're going to cycle 5 times and you're going to get $14 per cycle as an Emerald coach, okay? So you would make $70 for team bonus, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully I broke it down to where you could understand. So if your weak leg gets up to 500, your strong leg gets up to 1,000, you're gonna cycle 5 times. You're gonna get $14 per cycle, which is gonna equal $70. So you get $70 that week just for a team bonus, okay? So that's for Emerald. And you'll start to see that as you go to each new rank, it starts to get higher and higher. And I'm going to show you guys that. What, bud? What can I do for you? Okay, we'll grab her iPad. All right, let's see. I don't know why my things are all mixed up here. And I am missing a slide. All right, hold on, guys. Why my computer is being so weird. Okay. All right, so next rank is Ruby Coach. All right, so in order to be a Ruby Coach, you have to have 4 active coaches under you, 2 on each leg. So 2 on each leg, okay? 4 altogether, 2 on each leg. And then 1 of those coaches on each leg needs to be Emerald. So hopefully you guys can kind of see in the picture. Hopefully that kind of makes it make more sense for you. So you need 4 coaches under you all together. You need 2 on each leg, and then 1 on each leg needs to be an Emerald coach. So we already broke down how you become Emerald. So all you would do is you would help your coaches do the same thing that you did when you became Emerald. You'd help 2 of those coaches become Emerald, and then you would have 4 active coaches under you total, okay? So with Ruby, the 4 coaches under you, they all only need the 50 PV that we talked about. However, you start to qualify for more money, okay? So now you need to have 75 PV. You need to buy or sell 75 PV under yourself, and at least 25 of that PV must be from customers. Okay, so this means that you need to have 75 PV under you total, and 25 PV needs to be from customers. This might sound crazy with numbers and stuff, but you guys are probably already doing this without even realizing it. 25 PV from a customer is like nothing. It's super easy to do, and you're probably already doing it without realizing it, like I said. But the reason they do this is because they set it up to where they want to make sure that when you're holding like Ruby rank or you're holding Diamond rank and you have a team under you, they want to make sure that you're actually still continuing to work the business and lead your team and do the vital behaviors yourself, okay? They want to make sure that you're not signing up all these people and making the team bonus and sitting back and going, oh, I'm good, I'm making a team bonus, I don't have to coach anymore, I don't need to coach anymore, I'm not going to sign any customers up. They want to make sure that you're still leading from the front like you should be. Sadie, please share that with him. So you need to make sure that you have 75 PV, and then your 4 coaches, to stay active, they need to have 50 PV. And one thing that I wanted to say about Ruby Coach is that generally I see coaches skip right over this rank. So you won't hear of many Ruby coaches in the company because typically coaches go right from Emerald to Diamond. And it's because normally as you make that transition between Emerald and Diamond, you're adding quite a few active coaches. And the only difference between Ruby and Diamond is that you yourself have less active coaches. And I'll show you that in a second. But generally, Ruby Coach, a lot of people don't stay at that. But we're going to talk about it anyways in case you do get to Ruby. All right, so now we're going to talk about the benefits of being a Ruby coach. So you're going to find that it all kind of like is similar to each other. Each rank is kind of similar. It just kind of gets a little bit higher and higher. And then with each rank, like things change a little bit and like 1 or 2 things might be added. So with Ruby Coach benefits, you qualify for weekly team bonuses just like with Emerald, but now you're going to get $16 per cycle. Okay, so like the math we did with Emerald, if your weak leg was to get up to 500 and your strong leg was to get up to 1,000 and you cycle 5 times, now you're going to get $16 per cycle. So this is where it gets really cool, guys, and this is where the math can start getting high. And for those of you that are really interested in like the income side of it, this is where you should really dive in. So just going from Emerald to Ruby, you went from getting $70 for that cycle to getting $80 for that cycle. So the same cycle, okay, you cycled 500 on your weak leg and 1,000 on your strong leg, so you cycled 5 times. But the difference between $14 and $16, even though it's only $2 difference when you hear those numbers, it ends up being a $10 difference at the end of the week, okay? And then here's the other really cool thing about Ruby. You get a 5% matching bonus on your team bonus, okay? So if you were to get $80, you would get another $4 because you get a 5% matching bonus. And I'm going to tell you with Ruby too, those numbers are actually pretty low because as you start to grow your team, your volume's going to grow. That's just how it happens. It just happens naturally, okay? So your strong leg is going to grow, your weak leg is going to grow, and those numbers are going to start getting up there. So the difference between that $14 and that $16 is going to end up being a lot when you're cycling, okay? And then that 5% matching bonus ends up being a lot when your bonuses are higher. And I'm going to kind of point that out a little bit more in the Diamond slide. So those are some things that are a little bit different about Ruby. And then as far as qualifying for the leads, it's the same thing as Emerald. You qualify for leads now as a Ruby coach. And it's the same thing, the Success Club 10 and the Success Club 5. All right, so now we are going to move on to Diamond. And this is the exciting one. All right, so Diamond Coach. So like I said before, you'll see how it kind of is all similar, but it just starts to build up, okay? So with a Diamond Coach, to be a Diamond Coach, you have 8 active coaches under you. All of those coaches need to have 50 PV to be active. You have 4 active coaches on each leg, and then you need 1 of those coaches on each leg to be Emerald. So this is what I was talking about with Ruby. It's literally the same exact thing as Ruby. You just have 4 more active coaches, which usually is not a problem for people to get pretty quickly between Emerald and Diamond. So that's why people normally skip right over Ruby. Okay, so then the only other thing that changes with the Diamond Coach is you now have to have 100 PV for yourself, okay? And at least 50 of that needs to come from customer orders. So if you're ordering your Shakeology, you don't have to worry about it, it's already done, but you do need to make sure that you are bringing in new customers, you're bringing in people to help, or you're keeping your current customers on Shakeology, you're having them order Shakeology, or you're having them try different things. You have them in a challenge group and you're making sure that they're staying on track. Okay, that's how you're going to get that PV from your customers that you need. And then the cool thing about Diamond, actually, hold on, let me go to the next slide. So Diamond benefits are a little bit different. All right, so Diamond Coach benefits. So now with your weekly team bonuses, you're going to get $18 per cycle. And I'm going to tell you guys that you might hear $14 per cycle with Emerald and $18 per cycle at Diamond, and you might think, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But it makes a huge difference when you're talking team bonuses. So keep that in mind as you are aiming to rank advance, or as you're thinking about really building this business and really taking it to the next level. There is a big difference between the two ranks when it comes to volume and income, okay? So just to give you some math, let's say as a Diamond Coach that your weak leg gets up to 2,000 tonight, okay? And your strong leg gets up to 4,000, which you guys might hear those numbers and think, oh my gosh, that is really high. Like, I'm never gonna get there. And like I said, as you grow your team, as your team starts to grow their team, or they start to bring in people and help people, and they're duplicating the process that you're doing, it starts to naturally grow. And those numbers might sound really high to you right now, but they're really not that high. I can tell you that this calculation that I'm going to give you right now is about half of what my business does every week, okay? So if your weak leg gets up to 2,000 and your strong leg gets up to 4,000, you're going to cycle 20 times at $18 per cycle. Okay, so you're going to cycle 20 times at $18 per cycle, which is $360. Okay. Then on top of that, you now get a 10% matching bonus. So these little differences add up. So, with Ruby, you're getting a 5% matching bonus. With Diamond, you're now getting a 10% matching bonus. You went from $16 per cycle to $18 per cycle. And you don't think those little differences are going to make a big difference, but they make a big difference in the end, okay? So now you're going to get a 10% matching bonus. So if you made $360 on team bonuses, you're going to get $36 for your 10% matching bonus. So that's $396. And that doesn't even count your commission, okay? And that's per week. So with a Diamond Coach, you can earn up to $2,000 a week just with a team bonus. So do that math, guys. That is a lot of income. It's a lot of income. And when you really step back and think about it, okay, a Diamond Coach, that's only 8 people under you. Think about all the people you know, all the people that you might be helping right now, or that you're thinking about helping. 8 people is really not that many people, okay? So there's really a lot of potential there for income when it comes to the different ranks. And another thing that I didn't write down that I wanted to talk to you guys about with Emerald and kind of building your team and starting at Emerald. So we all have to start at Coach, work our way to Emerald, and then work our way up. That's just part of the process, okay? So with Emerald, I feel like that's like your main starting point. And most of the time, your coaches that get you to Emerald, well, I don't want to say most of the time, but a lot of the time, your coaches that get you to Emerald are going to be people that you know that are in your close network. So it's going to be like your spouse and your best friend, or your mom and your sister. Or in my case, it was my spouse and my sister-in-law, okay? And you're going to reach out to those people that you know, and you're going to say, I'm getting healthy. This is what I'm doing. I'm starting my own business. This is where I'm going in the future, and I want you guys to come with me. Or, you know, you could really benefit from doing these workouts and drinking Shakeology, and it would really help me in my business. So I want you to sign up under me and help me out. And the cool thing about adding people you know at the top of your business, okay, so let's just use your spouse as an example. If you decide that you're going to sign up your spouse on one of your legs to reach Emerald rank, they now sit at the top of your business. So as you build your business and you continue to create that volume, your spouse is going to accumulate all of that volume that you're creating as well, okay? So the same thing goes for your coaches. As you add coaches into your downline, you have the ability to help them create volume and an income, just like I am helping you guys create volume and income on your legs. You have that ability by growing your team underneath these people, okay? So every time you put somebody under somebody, it's going to help benefit their business. And then likewise, when they put people under them, they're going to help the next person. So it's this really cool, like kind of like circle effect. And I've talked to you guys about this before. But I love the way this business is set up when it comes to volume, because we all benefit each other. And if you guys are under me, you're benefiting me, but at the same time, I'm benefiting you. So it's not like where you have one person that sits at the top, you know, it's not like I'm sitting at the top and you guys are all creating volume under me and I'm getting all the volume, you know. We all work together, and you guys help each other, and I help you, and you help me, and it is like this awesome circle of all of us helping each other create volume, okay? So with Emerald, your first two coaches might be people you know, but that's not a bad thing. And that's another thing that you can explain to them. You know, if this is something you want to do, think about it. When I place you at the top of my business, you're going to accumulate all that volume as I grow my business in the future. And in the beginning, as a new coach, I know it's kind of like, oh yeah, like grow my volume, whatever. You can't think about it. But guys, like, as you grow your team, it becomes a massive thing. And I don't even know how much volume my business has accumulated, but it's been a lot. So it adds up. And the other thing is, so you guys are probably thinking like, all right, 500 on your weak leg and 1,000 on your strong leg. Well, it's not always going to be even. So there's this really cool thing that we have that I like to call a like volume savings account is how I refer to it. So what happens is when you have volume on one of your legs that doesn't get used for the week. So let's say that your weak leg hit 500 volume and your strong leg hit 1,200 volume. So you're only going to use 1,000 on your strong leg, and then you're going to have 200 left over that doesn't get used. So Beachbody doesn't just take that and throw it away like, oh, you didn't use that volume, it goes away. They actually take it and it goes into like a savings account for your volume. So your volume on each leg that doesn't get used, you actually save it, you accumulate it. So to kind of make this make sense for you, let's say that you saved 200 volume on your strong leg for 3 weeks. And then one day your weak leg got to a point where it had a lot of volume, but your strong leg didn't have a lot of volume that week, and you needed to bring some over so you could double that weak leg volume so you could cycle for all of it. Well, your business is going to take from that savings account. It's going to automatically pull from your strong leg account, and it's going to pull it over so you can get all of those cycles. So it's really cool. Like, not only do you have the volume that's on there, but you also start to accumulate a little savings account that you can learn and you can maximize in the future. And I'm not going to go into super detail about that on this call. I can talk about that on a different call. But that's how you can really start to maximize, like if you sign up your spouse and you start to work their business, you can really start to maximize that volume that way. And then, so the next thing after Diamond, actually, let me stop the screen share so I can see myself. Okay. So that is Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond. And then, guys, it never stops. Like, you can go as far in this business as you want to go. It literally never stops. So the next thing after Diamond is Star Diamond. And I'm not going to go super into detail with Star Diamond because I just knew that we wouldn't have a lot of time with it. But I did want to kind of touch on that so you guys know how that works. So Star Diamond, everything stays the same. Like, you still earn $18 per cycle. But some things start to change. So you still earn the $18 per cycle and you still earn the 10% matching bonus. So those two things don't change once you hit Star Diamond. However, the maximum amount of income that you can earn per week does go up. So with Diamond, the maximum amount that you can earn is $2,000 per week. And then for each star that you add, it goes up a little bit more. And I forget what the maximum is. I want to say maybe $3,000 for one star. But it goes up a little bit more with each star. And then the other really cool thing about hitting Star Diamond, and this is like the fourth way you can make income. So I always tell everybody there's kind of 4 ways to make income with Beachbody. It's by saving money through discounts, making commission, making team bonus, and then making Star Diamond bonuses, okay? So the Star Diamond bonuses, how they work is they are quarterly. And they start at 2-star diamond. There's one for 2-star diamond, 5-star diamond, and 15-star diamond, and 10-star diamond and 15-star diamond. And each one gets a little bit higher because how it works is Beachbody takes all the volume in the whole company that is accumulated for that quarter, and they put it together, and then they spread it out to pay out everybody who earns that quarterly bonus. So just to give you guys an idea, the quarterly bonus for 2-star is usually around like $800. So if you're a 2-star diamond for the year, you're going to get an extra $3,200 just for being 2-star diamond. 5-star diamond is usually around like, it ranges between like 2,000 and up a little bit from there. So you can earn like another like 8,000 to 10,000 a year for being 5-star diamond. 10-star diamond starts to get crazy high. Like, I don't even know. It's super high. And then 15-star diamond starts to get super crazy high too. And it just adds up and gets higher and higher. And then the other cool thing is, let's say that you hit 15-star diamond and you're like, oh, well, I just maxed out. That's all I can do. Nope. You can actually open a second business center. So once you hit 2-star diamond, you can open a second business center. And then what you can do is you can literally turn around, you can max out your first business center, and you can turn around and you can max out your second business center, and you can just keep going and going and going, okay? I don't want you guys to worry too much about all of that right now because I know it's kind of far out there and it's kind of confusing. But I did want to talk about that so you guys know that there is always something to be building for. Like, you're never maxed out in this business. And I freaking love that about this business. Like, I love that you have the opportunity to do whatever you want and go as far as you want. And there's nobody holding you back. There's nobody capping you off. So those are the 4 ways that you can really earn income with rank advancing. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is coach placement. So let me share my screen again. Most of you know how to do this, but I wanted to cover this because I feel like this is going to be a good call, especially for new coaches. And one thing that you need to know how to do is to change your coach placement. So, oops, I already went through it. All right, so like I talked about, you have a left leg and a right leg. And you're probably wondering, how the heck do I put people on my left leg and my right leg? So how it works is every time you sign a coach up, you're either placing them on your left leg or you're placing them on your right leg. The business will automatically do it for you if you want it to, but you don't really want it to because you want to kind of monitor your business and where you're putting people. So you can either choose to place them on your left leg or you can choose to place them on your right leg. So as you're aiming for Emerald, you want to make sure that you can place that first coach wherever you want to place them. If you're placing a spouse or something like that, we can talk about that because you might want to place them on a certain leg. But that first coach can go wherever. But then to hit Emerald, you have to make sure that your next coach goes on the opposite leg. So it's important that you know how to place your coaches because you got to have them on different legs to achieve those ranks, okay? And then same with Ruby, you have to make sure that you have those coaches on different legs. And then the same with Diamond, you got to make sure you have the 4 coaches on your left and the 4 coaches on your right. And it's not always going to be super even as you go through your business. There's going to be like, it's going to kind of be uneven. That's just kind of how it goes. And then you're always playing around with placement. But so how you change your coach placement is you log into teambeachbody.com. You go to Coach Office, and I'm going to share all these slides with you guys too. Sorry, I should have told you this in the beginning. So you don't have to write all this down. I'll share it with you, and you can just save it like in your phone. But you go to Monitor My Business. So after you go to Coach Office, you go to Monitor My Business. You click on Downline, Preferred Placement, and then you're going to see a little drop bar that says Select Placement Type with a star by it. You use that drop down bar and you put Set Preferred Placement. Then you're going to go down and you're going to see another drop down bar that says Select Position with a star by it. And then you're going to use the drop down bar and you're going to either select your left leg or you're going to select your right leg. And you'll know which one you want to put them in under by looking in your Coach Office to see where your coaches are. So when you go in your Coach Online office and you look at your downline, it's always going to tell you if those people are on your left leg or if they're on your right leg. So if you're aiming for Emerald and you go into your Coach Office and you see that you have one coach on your right leg, you're going to want to change your position to your left leg when you sign that new coach or when you're getting ready to sign that new coach. So you always want to select your placement before you sign your new coach. So then that way when you sign them up, they go right on that leg. Okay, so after you select either left leg or right leg, you just have to scroll down and make sure you hit the Save button. Okay, and then it'll save it and that person will go on there. And it stays on whatever leg you have it on until you go back in and change it again. Okay, so if you're like super nervous about this and you're like, oh my gosh, what if I forget to do it? It's okay. If for some reason you forget to set your placement or you go back in and you're like, shoot, I didn't want to actually put that person there, you have 5 days. So you guys write this down so you can remember. You have 5 days after you add a new coach to change their position. So if you sign a coach up on your right leg and 2 days later you're like, shoot, I actually probably should have put them on my left leg, you just fill out the form in the back office and you can change and have them put on your left leg, okay? So that is pretty much all I have to talk to you guys about. Now I want to open up and I want you guys to ask any questions. So go ahead. If you have any questions, take yourself off of mute and ask me because I know it can be a little bit confusing. Hopefully I broke it down for you guys. Like I said, I'll share the slides so you can have them. And the other thing is I'm going to share this recording in the team page and you guys can share this call with your new coaches. So when you sign people up and you know they want to hit Emerald or you want to help them get to that first rank in their business, you can share this call with them and have it kind of broken down for them. So if you guys have any questions for you or for your future coaches or anything like that, feel free to ask. All right. All right, well, if you guys do come up with any questions in the future, just message me, reach out to me, go in the group, and I can answer them. So hopefully you guys really kind of saw the potential with income, and hopefully you grasp that even though these numbers sound kind of high maybe to you right now, that as you go, they're really not that crazy. They're really not that high. As you start to grow your business, you'll start to see that the numbers kind of grow with you, okay? So don't hold yourself back. There is so much potential out there for you guys to earn volume and earn income with this business. It is one of the awesome things about this business is that the potential is there for sure. So don't hold back. Get yourself to that next rank. If you're not Emerald yet, find 2 people, sign them up. If you've been sitting at Emerald, freaking make Diamond happen. You can do it, okay? And it's worth it. It'll be worth it, all right? All right, ladies. I hope you all have an awesome night. Thank you for getting on, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.